Hey guys, in this video I'll be comparing the features of the Blackview A100 versus the Cubot X50. We will be checking out which between the two has better features, so let's dive into it. Alright, so the Blackview A100 has a 6.67 inch 1080 by 2400 display, which is full HD+. It has an IPS LCD panel, a 20 by 9 aspect ratio, a centered hole punch, and of course a 395 ppi. The Cubot X50 has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus display as well. It has a 1080 by 2400 resolution, a 20 by 9 aspect ratio. The panel is also an IPS LCD panel, and of course it also has a centered hole punch, which is actually quite nice. Both devices has the Android 11 OS. Blackview A100 has its custom UI based on Android 11, the Dock OS 2.0, but the Cubot X50 has stock Android 11, so it's still the same thing there. The Blackview has the Helio P70 SoC, while the Cubot X50 has the Helio P60 SoC, so the Blackview A100 is definitely a much stronger phone. Moving on to memory, the Blackview A100 has 6GB RAM and 128GB storage. The Cubot X50 has 8GB RAM and 128GB storage, so the Cubot X50 has a much more bigger RAM than the Blackview A100. Moving on to camera, the Blackview A100 has a triple camera setup at the back, a 12 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a depth camera. The Cubot X50 has a quad camera setup at the back, a 64 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel macro, and a 0.3 megapixel depth camera. The selfie of the Blackview A100 is an 8 megapixel selfie. That of the Cubot X50 is a 32 megapixel selfie. The Cubot X50 definitely has a much more better camera setup here. According to some leaks, it seems like the Blackview A100 is said to be able to shoot 4K videos, although it has not been confirmed yet. Moving on to battery, the Blackview A100 has a 4680 mAh battery with 10 watts fast charger. The Cubot X50 has a 4500 mAh battery, and of course it also has a fast charger, but it wasn't mentioned. So definitely the Blackview A100 has a much bigger battery than the Cubot X50. So those are the key features of both devices. Other features includes NFC. Both devices support NFC, and both devices supports 4G connectivity and other features as well. Now both devices actually have similar price tag, about $200 plus. So it's actually up to you to decide which one you think is better in your opinion. It's actually hard to choose which one is better in terms of features, because they have very similar features in some ways, but the Cubot X50 definitely has a much more better camera setup than the Blackview A100. But that doesn't mean that the Cubot X50 wins in terms of camera, because this is just a specs comparison video, not a real life comparison. Until we see both devices side by side in real life, real camera comparison, then we can decide which one we think is better in our opinion. But you guys can share your thoughts in the comment section below which one you think is better. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.